I want to talk to you about, do you have to be lucky to be an entrepreneur? So this is something that I have heard before. I've had people in my own family say it. I've had people say, you have to be in the right place at the right time. It's who you know. And I want to talk about that for a moment because truthfully, for a long time, I felt like if I heard someone say that, like Mark Cuban, who's a billionaire, says, it takes a little bit of luck. And they used to annoy me because, I always thought that, or I always heard that, luck is when opportunity meets preparation. And I agree with that. Luck is when opportunity meets preparation. Mark Cuban was prepared for the opportunity that came his way. It wasn't like he was just sitting at home on his lazy boy recliner complaining about the world and ended up getting lucky and an opportunity fell into his lap. But I guess the luck part maybe was when the opportunity came up. But I've always felt like that we kind of create our own luck. But I want to talk to you for a moment about a circumstances because as I got older and I went through some experiences, I realized, in some cases, you do have to be lucky in order to have success. And I want to talk about that. So I was on a mission trip several years ago, and I went to Haiti. And we were in Haiti. We're working with Food for the Poor, which is an incredible organization down there, by the way. And we're in Haiti, and there's like this long, just line of people, and we're feeding them like this soup. And people have walked miles to get here, like 2, 3, 4, 5 miles. Some of these people, they're carrying these buckets, and we're feeding this big ladle of soup in this bucket. And they're wanting more and more, and it's kind of a weird dynamic. I remember one guy, my brother was with me. I have a twin brother, and he was with me. And this guy was like, chicken. The chicken would settle in the soup, and there was like just whole pieces of chicken in there. And my brother dipped down to get him some more because, it's clear these people are like starving. And this guy walked up behind my brother. I can't think of I think his name was Desmond. I can't think of his name, but I think it was Desmond. But Desmond popped him into back, and he said, "Hey, you can't do that. If you keep doing that, all those people are going to get nothing." And there's just a line almost as far as you can see. Like, it just went a long ways. And it was like, wow, that's just crazy to think about. And in my mind, I just kept thinking, these people, many of them middle-aged, like their whole life they've lived like this. There has to be something better. And Desmond was, I'm going to just call him Desmond. I can't remember if that's his exact name or not. But the guy that was with us, he grew up in Haiti. But he now worked with Food for the Poor in, I think, Miami or something. And he was a child in Haiti. And I asked him, I said, what's the difference in you rising up and, turning and living a much better life today, and now you live in the States, etc. What's the difference in how you grew up and how these people grew up? And what he said to me was extraordinary. He said, Jackie, I was lucky. And I said, what do you mean lucky? He said, I was lucky enough to have a mom and a dad. The single parent rate in Haiti is some crazy number, like 80-90% of kids don't have a mom and a dad in the home. It's typically just a mom with several kids. He said, I was lucky to have a mom and a dad. He said, a lot of these mothers, and I had heard stories about this, they have to make a decision. Do I walk several miles for water and leave my kids at risk, all of my kids? Or do I send my oldest child, who may be 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15, to go get water, knowing that there's a good shot he's going to get raped on the way? Like, that's a hard decision to make if you think about it. You don't even have to think about it. That's a hard decision to make. And he said to me, I was lucky enough to have a mom and a dad. My dad was able to go to work, and even though he didn't make a lot of money, we didn't have a whole lot. He said there was days when daddy would come home, we'd be waiting all day for food, and food would be a loaf of bread and coffee. And my dad wouldn't have anything that night. Or maybe he'd just have coffee and give us the bread. He said, I remember nights like that. And, we lived basically like in this one-room house. He said, but having a mommy and a daddy, that's how he called them. He said, I was able to have mom at home watch us while dad worked. And eventually, dad, who worked with stone and was like a brick mason, he said eventually, dad was able to build another house beside ours. And someone else moved into it, and he's charged them rent. And mommy stayed with us while daddy worked. And mommy had her own business out in front of the house, selling whatever she could sell. I've been down to Haiti. Some of those people literally sell mud pies with seasonings baked in the sun for a penny. And people eat them literally. And the reason, I saw this with my own eyes. I saw people selling these. And the reason they eat them is because it's substance when they're starving. Like Haiti is one of the poorest countries in the world. It's crazy. And he said, mommy could sit in the front and she could sell little things and to try to help daddy and to make money, but take care of us kids. And daddy could leave and go to work. And he talked about how eventually his dad built another house, and eventually they had a rental income, and they were doing better, and they rose up, and he had a bigger house in Haiti that he built for the family. And it was a crazy story. And eventually he was able to go to college in the States. He moved to the States, et cetera, et cetera. Now he works for Food for the Poor, and he does a lot of work back in Haiti. So, but he said that was only because I was lucky, because I had a mom and a dad. And something hit home with me. You know, for once I was like, I'm lucky. I'm lucky that I live in a country that affords me the opportunity. Nobody in America knows poverty like that. We just don't. Like if you're poor on the streets in America, not in every case, but in most cases, there's some organization, especially if you're not on drugs, especially if you're not, an alcoholic, you can get up off those streets. There's organizations that will help you get off the streets. The Salvation Army will help you get up out of the streets. In most cases in America, there's tremendous resources. But in places like Haiti, if you're born to the wrong family, you're stuck. And I just thought, thank you, Lord, for allowing me to be born in America or any country really that's developed. Anywhere in North America practically that's developed where you have opportunity. So in that case, I guess we can say that we can be thankful that we're lucky enough to be born in a place that gives us opportunities. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you're born in a place that gives you opportunities, what are you doing with those opportunities? This is a time of the year when people start thinking about what they're thankful for. Be thankful that we live in a place where we have opportunities. Yes, you have to go to work. Yes, there's no guarantee for success. No one's going to guarantee you anything. But I'll say that you can guarantee yourself success based off what you put into it. Be thankful. Be your best. Be an entrepreneur. Take control of your life. Take charge of your future. Don't settle for what anyone else is giving you. You have the opportunity right in front of you. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. I've got a video coming up I'm going to share with you where someone in my own family recently talked about, well, we might not have a lot of money. Not my immediate family, but my extended family. Well, we might not have a lot of money, but we have family. We love each other. And I'm going to talk to you about what's wrong with that mindset and how that keeps people stuck. So be sure to subscribe to this video, hit that thumbs up button, give me a like. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Thank you so much for watching.